MEC, thank you very much for waking up to talk to us. In the statement that you issued on this issue of municipalities unlawfully pouring monies into VBS, you're saying that the recommendations of this forensic report are not being implemented. Why is that?
And that's why we wrote letters to ask that question from the municipalities.
How long has the report been out?
The report, I think, was out before elections. I found it in office.
That's a long time.
Yes. It's just that it was not made public. And you will remember that there has been an outcry, even from the communities in those two municipalities, demanding that the report must be released. So we felt we must firstly release the report public, and then secondly, we must seek answers, and hence we have said the two mayors must give us a response in 7 days, after which we will decide what action to take.
So who's going to be held accountable? Because if you're saying this report came out just before elections, the elections were on the 8th of May, that means it came out in April, this report. Someone, surely by now, must have been fired.
Absolutely, because the report was given to the municipalities. So we would want to know if the mayors shared the report with the councils. We would want to know if the mayors and the relevant managers have been able to follow up on the recommendations of the report, because the report clearly states that those that are implicated must be held before a disciplinary committee and that criminal charges must be laid. So we want to know if those things have been done or not.
MEC, was there a reason? What was the explanation for officials taking monies, huge sums of monies, over 650 million, and pouring it into the now defunct VBS? What was the reasoning?
Whatever the reason, it's not justified. It's unacceptable. And what we want to see happening is officials implicated and involved must face the consequences, and they must even pay back whatever monies that have been lost.
MEC, a person sitting at home cynically listening to you right now is wondering why take so much time to actually threaten action against this report not being acted upon, when you are very quick to take action in the DA-run municipalities in this province, namely Johannesburg and Tshwane. In fact, as we speak, ANC councillors in Johannesburg abandoned a motion of no confidence, which, by the way, was not explained as to what was this motion in the first place against the mayor.
You see, Kolani, the report was given to the municipalities because they must action it. So as the provincial government, we're not supposed to action the report or implement the report. We initiated the investigation, handed it over to the municipalities.
It's in your best interest to make sure that recommendations are implemented. Exactly. It was recommended by you. It was commissioned by you.
Exactly, and that's why we seeking answers now, and that's why we want to know why they have not implemented the recommendations. So that's one issue that we are dealing with decisively. The second thing is when we look at municipalities, we don't look at who is governing in a specific municipality. We've got, and I'll come back to this point just to demonstrate to you that our actions are not
biased
and inspired by our political views. We've got a functionality matrix that we use for all municipalities. For instance, we look at governance issues, we look at financial governance issues, we look at institutional capacity of the municipalities, we look at the service delivery, we look at whether the municipality is putting people first or not.
Let me interrupt you there, MEC. Yeah. In the interest of time, you mentioned all of these mechanisms that you use to look at municipalities. The one municipality, interestingly, that wasn't looked into is Ekurhuleni. Why was that?
We have looked at all municipalities. In fact, we work with all municipalities, including Ekurhuleni. In fact, I was here at some point addressing the allegations about the so-called toilet scandal in Ekurhuleni, if you remember. So there is not even one municipality that can claim they have not faced our wrath. Johannesburg, for instance, because I know you guys like the mayor of Johannesburg, and you think he's a victim. In Johannesburg, I've written to the mayor 3 weeks back. Since 2016, the mayor of Johannesburg has been appointing what is called Section 56 managers. And in terms of the law, he's supposed to get the concurrence of the province. He has not even once sought the concurrence of the MEC in the province. I wrote him a letter. In Johannesburg, I want to challenge you and take you to an area called Mutualedi here in Johannesburg. We have given the city money to build houses. Those houses are not finished. Communities are coming to me in my other capacity as MEC for Human Settlement to say our houses are not finished. There's an area called Lufereng. I want to take you there as well. We're supposed to have built 11,000 houses. You know how many houses are there? 400 houses. And these are the issues we are addressing. I had a meeting with the mayor. I even gave him an advice how to run a municipality. And I said to the mayor, don't listen to the officials, go on the ground.
All right.
If we give you money, we want to see houses coming in. He's not delivering.
MEC, there's a final question I want us to discuss, and before we do that, I would like you to wear your political hat as a leader of the ANC in the Gauteng province. The mayor of Ekurhuleni, Mr. Masina, had a visit from the Public Protector's Office this week, and he made some statements. I just want us to have a look at what he had to say quickly first.
We don't want to be removing people who are elected. We want the 2/3 majority to expropriate land without compensation. We want the 2/3 majority to nationalize the Reserve Bank. These are the decisions that we have taken. We don't have a decision to remove some advocate in Quebec. There was a parliamentary process that produced her. So we've got to be patient with her and allow her to do her job.
As leader of the ANC, Mr. Maile, indeed I am. And the question here, MEC, what Mr. Masina is saying, that in fact he's become the first ANC leader, regional leader, to rubbish the process, parliamentary process that's about to take place against the public protector. The question to you is that an ANC position in the province, that you are now going to come out and defend the person or the incumbent in the public protector's office? Because thus far the ANC has been very clear that we respect the office of the public protector.
Firstly, the ANC is a unitary structure, meaning we are all subjected to the leadership and council of the National Executive Committee. And once they take decisions, those decisions binds all members and structures of the ANC. So this weekend, fortunately for you,
is that a position of the ANC?
No, I'm sure the national spokesperson of the ANC would have long articulated the position of the ANC. So I don't sit in the National Executive Committee. But what I can tell you is that once the ANC National Executive Committee issues a statement or takes a position on what direction we must take, we'll all follow that direction. I'm articulating a matter of principle. Fortunately for you, this weekend, the
Mr. Masina was out of line.
Provincial Executive Committee will be meeting, and he's part of the Provincial Executive Committee, so he will explain.
Was Mr. Masina sanctioned to go and
well, he was not speaking in his capacity as the chair of the ANC. That was a government function, and the Provincial Executive Committee of the ANC this weekend will be sitting for 2 days to look at the political situation in the country, and we will also issue a statement afterwards through our provincial executive committee spokespersons. In this case, will be either the office bearers or the official spokesperson. But I would want to caution all our comrades in different platforms to desist from contradicting policy positions of the ANC and from speaking as free agents, because we don't have free agents in the ANC.
MEC, we do thank you for your time, and thank you for indulging us on that particular matter. That was the Gauteng Cooperative Governance MEC, Lebogang Maile.